Okay, so ideally, we're just going to actually come into HubSpot and I'm going to create a workflow from scratch. So if I'm starting from scratch, I'm going to choose a company-based workflow. But the way this is going to work is that if you want to enroll all the existing tasks based on your question, you're going to have to edit an existing workflow that you have in place. That is, if you create those tasks through a workflow in your HubSpot, but otherwise, you have to come out and create a new workflow. But this means that you're only going to be able to perform this option through the new tasks that will be created after this workflow is turned on. So having said that, let me continue. So I'm going to choose a blank workflow. I want to start with a blank workflow. And based on your question, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to set up a trigger as the company owner. So I want to say that the company owner is known. The company owner is known. So the company owner is known. I'm going to say that I could have tried something like, let me say, associated task, but I don't have that option in these triggers. And I think task is kind of limited in the triggers and trying to do other things. So I only choose the company owner is known as my trigger. So after this, based on your question, you might have set some if else conditions that lets you know which of your sales reps you want to assign a particular companies to based on their postcodes. So I'm just going to assume that we already have some if else done, and then we're going to proceed to the next stage, which is for you to automatically assign those companies to the company owners in that aspect. So once that is done, what you want to come and do again is that you want to create a task. So if you create a task, I'm going to give this task, give it a title. So give your task a title. It's going to be to do the due date. You can choose a custom date. So choose anything you want there. And then reminder. We choose not to send the reminder. This a note. You can add anything you want. And now associated with records. If you want to do, you can associate this with contact records or deal or tickets or quotes. So again, you can see that there's nothing like task, and that is where the issue is coming from. So you can choose to also add this to the task queue if you have any in place. Then priority, you can choose to now assign task to. So I go to now assign this task to existing owner of the company. So which company owner? Just choose the company owner and you choose save. But again, this is going to work for uh, new tasks that will be created via this workflow. But then, if you already have an existing workflow in place that helps you to create tasks or create companies, or when the company is created and you have assigned those companies to your sales reps based on their postcode, what you have to do is to just come and turn the workflow off. So once you turn the workflow off, you come to edit. So when you want to come and edit the create task, and make sure that when you are trying to assign the task, just come to assign them to the existing owner of those companies. You understand? So after you are done with the adjustment or with the update, the workflow, you just come back to turn it on. Now, you are turning it on, it's going to ask you whether you want to enroll all the existing companies or you really want to continue with the companies after that workflow is turned on. So just choose that you want to enroll all the existing companies. So you can try this out and let me know if it works. Thank you.